Well, good Friday evening to you, everyone. How are you? It's good to see you. It's good to be seen by you. I, of course, am Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you on a happy Friday evening. And I want to thank everybody for their nice comments yesterday. Nothing was like super wrong. I didn't feel well, right? I really wanted to bring you guys the deep dive on L3, but gosh, I just something wasn't sitting right. Something wasn't sitting right. So I rather than come out and complain about not feeling well, I decided it was probably in my best interest and the best interest of the show to just kind of take a mulligan. And I apologize for not having something I can share with you guys on hand. I really should go through and look and see if there's anything of the old Facebook live streams that's worth a damn that I think you guys might like, if nothing else to laugh at. Because, if we can't laugh at ourselves, what can we laugh at? But anyway, I just want to say before I forget, Bashaker, thank you for the super. That is wonderful. That is awesome. I appreciate that. That 80s guy, hello. I am having a pretty good Friday. The 80s guy, excuse me, not that 80s guy. I don't want to deny you your specificity. Although, as run down as I was feeling last night, and I am feeling better, Slycanthrope, hello. First of all, I want to thank everybody who just did a $5 super as you arrived. Slycanthrope, if you want to throw in yours now, that's fine. I'm kidding. But anyway, Darth Brooks, hello. Daniel Rowan, greeting. RPG Grandma. Damien, hello. As much as I felt kind of last night, I got to say, you know what? I started looking around the studio, and it was kind of a dangerous thing. Esteban Vasquez, good to see you. I started looking around the studio, and I don't know. I feel like I want to change so much here in the Delver's Dungeon. I'm limited in the amount of room I've got. Peter, hello. Greetings to South Carolina. I'm limited in the amount of room that I have, the amount of space I have to work with. Basically, you guys can see me in this corner or against one of three walls, which you've seen me when I've been sitting over there and I was against a wall. You see me when I was sitting over here and against a wall. That wall over there is the only wall you haven't seen my setup. And actually, if I'm being completely honest, if you go back and watch some of the old videos and old live streams, you can see that wall. So I've just been thinking about what I'd like to change around the studio, and would I like to change anything around the studio? And that can be a dangerous thing, because once you start pulling at a thread, things will come unraveled really quickly, and then you're stuck. There is no going back. There is no coming back from it. There's no, oh, you know what, I'm just going to put things back. You know what? You got all the stuff off the bookcases and piled on the table and stacked in boxes. And you're like, do I really want to spend a few hours and put all that stuff back up? Exactly, RPG Grandma. Then I had a huge mess. Dying Breed says I should do my own HGTV dungeon makeover show. Live from Bill's attic. It ain't good up there. It ain't good up there. You don't want me to do that. Honestly, you know what? If I could wave my hand and have anything that I wanted here in the dungeon, thank you, Doc Flamingo. I appreciate that. I will put them towards something around here. But if I could wave a magic wand and just have what I wanted, it would be 5 feet, 5 linear feet in every direction. 5 more feet that way, 5 more feet that way, 5 more feet that way. This is an outer structural wall. That's an inner structural wall, like load bearing. This is the only wall that's not load bearing. And that is the outer garage. Like I honestly, I don't know how I could move that wall. And to get an appreciable amount of space, I'd have to give up where all of my stuff lives. TXG thinks I should keep it as is. It is way too close to hurricane season. Hey, Michael Mertig. But anyway, that's just something I was ruminating on. I don't know that I'll change anything. I mean, these chintzy bookshelves, I would like to replace them with the nice IKEA Billy shelves and get the shelf top to ceiling crown molding attachment to make them taller. So I could maybe go from having 3 to just having 2. I don't know. I don't know, but it's just a bunch of speculation on my part. But we are going to be playing some Gamma World here in just a few minutes. I have enough room, but I'll be honest, Michael, that costs money I don't have and won't have. You know, if I was going to get a separate studio, I would. Like I would go offsite. I would find some place that rents studio spaces, you know, or you know, get a shop. You know how you can rent a shop and make that into a studio space. But then I'd have to move all this stuff here because you got all this stuff that is here, there, and because you guys don't want to see me just like sitting against a concrete wall like I used to. Anyway. We are about to play some Gamma World First Edition. That is what's about to happen. Now, one of our players, Kevin, is feeling really not good right now. Of course, you know him. He plays in the Tuesday night First Edition AD&D game. So prayers up for Kevin. Let's hope he feels better soon. But we got a pretty good group tonight. So I'm finna welcome them on. Just before I do that though, I want to thank everybody. We're at 6,020 subscribers on the channel now. 6,020. That is awesome. So without further ado, everybody, let's welcome Doomsword Deathmaster as Probably Sane. You're muted if you're talking, Doom.
No, I wasn't. I just had to switch sound to the headphones because my Bluetooth on Windows stopped working again. But howdy.
Of course it did. Because of course it did.
Yep.
Back from his tour of the Far East, and I do not say that as like a euphemism or aphorism for anything. He was actually on tour in the Far East. Everybody, put your hands together for Yang Yan Zhao as Blue October.
Hello, it's good to be back.
And it is Friday, but everybody say hello to Kanek as Monday.
Hello, peeps.
So let's go ahead and get going. Last week, you guys had met a salesman in the village you were staying at, and you had actually purchased from him a map to a potential cache from the times before the years of darkness, wherein might lay some hidden technology. And you were getting ready for that. You were buying equipment, you were buying rations and whatnot before you elected to set out. Is there anything that you guys want to do before you go out there?
Just a point of order. Is this the Orland village?
No. This is you guys traveled last week. You don't watch the shows, Yang?
Man.
Time differences.
Dude's eating too much ahi tuna.
I guess. Anyway,
I ate all the tuna I could.
Good man.
So you had gone on a caravan, and Blue October slept most of the way. You had gone on a caravan, had no too dangerous encounters, and when you arrived where the caravan was going, you met a merchant who had a map of nearby possible stores of ancient technology. This fellow was no longer interested in adventuring. He is more interested in selling off locations of caches of potential caches of ancient technology. And Doomsword, that is probably sane, had negotiated with him for the price, and so you've decided to head out. So is that what you wish to do?
Yeah, let's blow this joint.
Alrighty.
Like
Kevin's character is going to he is not feeling well. He wishes you luck, and he will remain behind in the village and hail your return or mourn your passing.
Man, you gotta watch the sushi in these places, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I know. It's terrible.
Yeah, have fun.
I've been glued to the outhouse for a week now.
That was me last week, so it's cool.
Okay, so with that said, you depart the village, going towards the northwest as you had been instructed. Well, not just instructed, but you have your map, of course. And I'm going to test real quick here, guys. Let me see. Try that one more time. See if ye old dice roller is a working. Looks like not. That's a bummer. Give me just a second to get that fixed, guys. Is anyone doing anything as far as watches or anything while you guys are on the trail?
I would assume we're on some sort of like standard watch, at least in terms of camp time. But I'm happy to take, while we're traveling, I'm happy to take left side, laser pistols ready, and somebody take right side, and then somebody bring up the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, I can go on the other side. I got a slug thrower.
Blue will take the middle.
All right. And Blue, you still have your two. You took a couple of slug throwers, right?
I took one slug thrower and a Mark V blaster.
Right, and I have a slug thrower, and I've got 2 laser pistols.
I also have a laser pistol and a vibro blade besides a slug thrower.
Alrighty. So you think, based on his information and looking at the map, it could be 3 days on foot from the village. So your first day out, who is standing watch?
Well, I think
Blue
we'll
had
do a
a
rotational, right?
Okay.
I was going to say Blue had a lot of naps, so maybe he'll take the first one.
Okay.
I'll take the morning. I like to wake up in the morning. I love the smell of laser beams.
I guess I'm the night then.
Alrighty. So let's have a quick gander. All right. Let me see exactly what these things are. All right. Well, as you guys are settling down for your camp and as the sun goes down, you notice that in the distance, there is kind of a shimmering rainbow color. And roll a d20 for me, if you would, please, there, Monday.
Okay. That's a 9.
Okay. You recognize what that is. Nearby, somewhere nearby, and you probably couldn't see it in the full light of day, you detect the faint shimmer of a cluster of Perth bushes. And this is something that's right up your alley. These are a mutated palm-like bush that's topped with a 1 meter tall flower-like structure. You know, if it's disturbed, it will emit radiation, and potentially very intense radiation. But you also know that its petals can be processed and ground into a healing powder.
Ah.
So, yeah, that is nearby, and you think it must be maybe 50 or 60 meters away, just kind of in the middle of some other scrub brush.
Okay. I will, I'm on watch, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay. I'll wait till more towards the end of the watch. And then as I'm coming off of watch, and I wake probably for his watch, I will let him know what I found. And I will probably go over and investigate to see if I can find any fallen leaves in that may be harvestable without stirring the plants up.
Okay.
Or if there's some way that I can work out a deal with the plants without triggering the radiation. Maybe I offer them water or something.
They're just plants.
Okay.
Intelligent plants or anything like that. So,
Okay.
What you got going on over there? What you staring at, woman?
You see those plants over there?
Yeah.
Well, if they're disturbed, they'll basically give bursts to radiation. However, the leaves, if I can harvest them, I can make healing powders from them. So I was going to investigate.
What if we burn the leaves? They just as good then? Burn them from a distance, you know.
Well, I need the leaves to be able to make them into a healing powder. I don't know if burning would retain any of that
Nope, just destroys them.
benefit. Okay. So burning them will not be useful. I have to harvest them first.
All right, well, I'll cover you then.
Okay.
I'll stand right back here and I'll have double laser pistols, you know what I mean? Let me just compose myself.
All right.
Okay, Blue October, what are you doing?
I guess I'll kick him awake because he was probably still asleep at the moment. And I kick him in his fat belly.
Why you kick? I having good dream.
Yeah, I know what your dreams are all about.
I say, you remember
Everyone
that
knows.
healing powder that I used on you to heal you earlier? Well, I found a way to replace it over there, those plants, but I have to harvest them.
It's good.
They potentially could have radiation if I do it wrong. So
Don't
wanted
do
to kind of
wrong.
give you a heads up.
Yeah, don't do it wrong. That's right. You're
That's
actually a
the
pretty
plan.
cool cat.
Okay, I stand over here and watch you.
Okay, that's what I figured.
I'm right beside you, my man.
So I'll head over on my own when they stand watch. A safe distance.
All right. You're walking towards the Perth. You can see them very, very faintly shimmering. They're 1 meter tall flower-like structures swaying slightly, rather like heat ripples coming off of metal or stone. You can sort of see the waves of energy. You are closing up towards them. Closer.
Yep.
Closer.
Yep.
Closer still.
Confidently, but slowly.
Okay.
I'm humming to them because plants sometimes respond to music.
They don't seem to be responding to the music or anything like that. But you approach to them and there they stand. What are you doing?
I'm going to look on the ground to see if there are any of the usable petals that are on the ground already on their own.
No, they're not.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to approach one on the very edge.
They're kind of in a triangle.
Okay.
Sort of close together. It's not really one's like near the edge. There's only 3 of them, so.
All right. So I'm going to reach out and basically place my hand on the plant itself and see how it reacts to that.
What is your constitution?
17.
Okay, let's see. 17. And we check this over here. Constitution 17. An intense violet ray kind of plays across your exposed skin. You take 6 points of damage.
Ouch. Okay. Well, apparently it's not going to be friendly, so I will take my hand away quickly.
Okay.
Give the plant a little water.
Alrighty.
And I will then take the vibroblade.
Okay.
And I will take one of the leaves and just quickly slice it.
Okay. You take 2 more points of damage from a green ray.
Okay.
You take 9 points of damage from a red ray.
Oh.
Wait, hang on a second. No, that was intensity 9. I'm sorry, 3 points of damage from a red ray. Another 3 points of damage from a yellow ray.
Are we going the rainbow here? Is this a Skittles thing?
Yeah. And a deep blue ray does another 3 points of damage to you.
Okay, I'm gonna take my leaf and I'm gonna back off.
All right. You have your petals in hand.
Okay. I'm gonna call that a draw. and I'll walk back with
Yeah, she
my pony.
looks like she has been she has an ARS tan, advanced radiation sickness. She's got a reactor tan, like she's got like blisters and red spots, and you think her hair has gone a little white in places. And Monday, yeah, you can kind of taste metal on your tongue. It was unpleasant.
So let me get this straight. You got a leaf? You look like hell.
That's why I told you guys to stay back. So
Man, I chose to stay back. You didn't tell me. But whatever.
well, I warned you. I warned you this would happen.
All right.
So
There ain't no other way you could think of to get more of these.
well, I mean, potentially we could take out the plants from a distance. I mean, how do I know what kind of range the radiation has?
Yeah, it's at least 1 meter because you were standing under it.
Yeah.
Man, throw a slug in there from a distance. Surely something will survive. At least to make your poultice.
All right.
You can just try throwing vibroblade. Got planted roots.
Unfortunately, the vibroblades have a grip safety, so that won't work.
We have no duct tape?
So do I think that the laser rifle, if I would go at the base, I could cut down 1 safely from a distance and still save the leaves?
Yeah, maybe. You give it a try.
Okay. I'll stand as far as I can on the edge of the laser pistol and go after the one that I took the original leaf from that did me the damage.
Okay. Let's see.
Thing. I gave it water.
Effective range is 100 meters. How close do you want to get?
100 meters.
Okay. You actually move back away from it a little bit and go ahead and make a 2-hit roll.
All right.
An 8. Let's see. Let me get back here. Laser pistol. This is the same as a rifle. That's a 13. Yes, you hit it. So roll your damage.
Okay. That would be
5d6.
Yep. 14.
Okay. You burn away part of the lower stalk, it sort of leans over a little bit and proceeds to saturate the area with a kaleidoscopic display of radiation bursts. Even at 100 meters, it kind of makes your skin tingle uncomfortably.
Okay, I'll take a couple steps back. Wait for it to disperse.
Well, it's not damaging you.
Okay, cool. So I'll wait for it to disperse, and then I'll take another hit to try to basically sever it.
All right. Go ahead and roll it.
Okay.
Your hands are a little blistered from your last encounter with it, so that misses completely.
Okay, I'll fire at it again.
Third shot.
There we go.
That is a solid hit. Roll 5 dice, please. And that is 17, and your last roll was what? 15?
14.
14, okay. You sever the stalk. It falls to the ground with one final blinding flash of color, and then all is well.
Okay. So how much healing powder do I estimate I will be able to distill from the one plant?
So if you if you sun dry the blossom and then grind it into a fine powder, which will take let me see, I think it's 3 days. One flower will yield 20 grams of powder, and the drying process requires 3 full days of sunlight. And the powder heals 1 hit point for each gram. So 1 flower, 20 grams. So you've got basically a 20 hit point healing potion if you're going to dry it for 1 full day in the sun.
Okay, and how many flowers were on this plant?
There was just one. It was 3 plants,
just one?
1 blossom each.
Okay. All right. Do I know approximately how long it'll last before I have to sun dry it?
No, you don't.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, where it's laying, can I determine that it'll dry on its own?
Yeah, it will dry out lying there.
Okay. Well, we're going to leave it, and when we come back, we'll collect it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, because of my accumulated damage, I'm going to use a med kit and heal myself up.
Alrighty. You use a med kit. That takes about a turn. By now, it is mid-morning. What is Blue October and probably Sane doing?
Well, that seemed pretty pointless. I don't know.
We'll collect it on the way back, and we'll get the other 2. And
right on.
We'll be able to get,
What if it like
concoctions?
Or what if it like blows away or something?
All right, so I'll grabs, I guess, find something to kind of stake it down. Let's see, is there like something hard around that's discarded, like a branch or something like that?
There's rocks.
Okay, so I'll take some rocks and lay it over so it weighs it down so it doesn't just blow off.
Yeah, it'll be exposed to the sun real good that way.
Yep. It's only the bloom that has to. I can put the rocks all over the stem. That's fine.
Whatever you want to put on the stem, that's up to you.
Blue's just licking himself during this whole time. He's got to get his bath in.
Alrighty, so you you can walk over there and put the stone on it. The Perth blossoms, as you're putting it down, you can hear a faint, energetic hum coming from this.
I give him a look. And then I continue putting the rocks down, and then I retreat.
Okay. You have laid one on the ground, and you guys can continue on your way as you like.
Yeah, let's beat the hell out of here. It's early morning. Let's get a move home.
Okay. Next day. So you travel through the rest of the day and settle down in the evening. And nothing eventful happens on anyone's watches. You've gone about 20 clicks now. You're all pretty tired. Do make sure you are marking off any food expenditures, guys.
Yep.
Sorry, how much food did we buy while we were there?
It was my understanding, Game Master's understanding, that it was a week's rations for every traveler.
Okay.
Correct.
3 days here, 3 days back. The terrain has started to get rocky and a bit more hilly, and here it again. Although what it may have originally been intended for, you see the crumbled outlines of ruined buildings protruding above the soil and tough grasses. There are no weird plants that you can see. And the evening and morning of the final day of travel, you do not encounter anything. According to the map that probably Sane is carrying, the vast expanse of unbroken ancient man-made stone surrounds a strange triangular. It looks like a building almost, and it's sitting right next to a hole that's maybe 4 meters in diameter in the ground. So it's like there's a big slab that has been slid back to expose a hole in the ground.
And this appears to be about the destination on the map that I carry.
It does. It does. Where you are is circled. And in fact, it says, look for a big hole in the ground.
It seems we found it, folks. What do you think? Look alive.
All
right. Blue October is going to try, I don't know if this is going to work. He's going to try sort of huffing the air, with his tongue, to see if he gets a metallic taste on it.
You do not. Damien wants to know if they found the Bass Pro Shop pyramid. No, they are thousands of miles away. Well, at least 1,000 miles away. But anyway, no, you do not smell anything metallic.
It should be safe enough.
Let's do it then. How you want to do it? I mean, I'll go first. I don't care. You go first. You're smaller.
You go first.
Yeah, that's what they all say. All right, I'll go first.
All right. I mean, you're super fast, so.
Yeah, I'll hold a single laser pistol for this.
Okay. As you are approaching, in faded red, white, and blue letters, you see a word that you've seen on places like this before. It says USAF, USAF. You're not sure what that refers to, but you've seen that word before on many ruins and ancient ruined vehicles.
All
right. So you approach this, and it is a nearly perfect circle, leading down into it, hanging down maybe 2 meters. There is a thick, sturdy length of rope. Looks like it was cut off. Are you looking down into the hole?
Absolutely.
Okay. With the angle the sun is at, you can see that maybe 2 meters below that, there's some kind of metal platform and railing that goes in a semicircle around the inner diameter. And then perhaps a meter underneath that, it is full of black, stagnant water.
Right. So the rope ends about 6 meters above a platform that we could drop down to.
Yes.
Well, it looks like there's a little bit of a drop here. I don't know how we get back out. We'd have to boost each other up and whatnot. Looks like there's some putrescence down there, but, you know, this whole world's putrescent anyway. What do you think?
Needs to be done for a good party.
You going first?
No, you say you go first. I don't want to overstep. I am new.
Well, fair enough. But usually I just go first when I want to go first. And then I send other people first when, you know, yeah, whatever, man.
I know you want to go first. It's okay.
Man, life's but an illusion, you know. That's real to me. Watch the rope. Hold on to it. I'm going to scope out that rope a little bit and make sure it's nice and thick and I feel that it would hold my weight.
Yeah, I mean, despite its age, it's got a very, very good knot tying it off to some kind of iron stanchion that is just outside the lip of this cylindrical hole. And it is a sturdy seeming length of rope.
You guys got a way to pull me up? Anybody got any rope or anything if I can't make it back out of here? If I'm gonna starve to death, I'm gonna do it on my feet in the sand.
I am very heavy. I can start to walk backwards and will pull up.
Yeah, man, but what if I can't reach the rope? You got something to throw down to me?
Hope and prayers.
Yeah, that's what cats always say. Alright then, screw it. I ain't got nothing to lose. I'll go ahead and work on climbing down that rope. So there's stagnant water at the bottom. How far down is the bottom where the water would meet, you know, the air?
So the rope is 3 meters. You've got 3 meters more down to the gantry. So it's about 7 meters to the surface of the water from the upper lip of the silo.
Yeah, if this were particularly radioactive, would I feel those, or would I know that I would feel those effects within about 7 meters?
Yeah. Do you think if this was more than the usual, nice tangy background radiation that you get doses of every day, that you would probably start feeling it?
All right, let's go. I'll roll down the rope. And obviously when I get to the bottom, I'll try to grasp on with my hands, stretch my full body out so that I can only, so that I only drop like a couple meters instead of 7, 3, 4 meters, whatever.
So let's say 3 meters, and then
I'm probably about 2 meters, a little less.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a D20 roll.
Yes, sir. That would be an 11.
Yeah, that's fine. With your dex, you stick the landing, and you are the gantry shakes quite a bit, but it does not give way, nor not even a little bit.
That's good because I hadn't even considered that possibility.
Okay.
All right, I'll look around. I'll put on the snoopers.
Okay. About 45 degrees from where you are on the gantry. The gantry looks to go about 90 degrees around the circumference. So about 45 degrees from where you are, there is a 2 meter tall setback in the wall.
Right, and I can get to that?
Yeah, you can just walk on the gantry there.
Right, okay, so it goes around. I don't know if they'll be able to see me, but I'll motion up with my left hand for them to just halt for a moment. And I'm going to try to maintain silence relatively as I walk over to that area.
If I see him, I give him a thumbs up.
Okay. So moving over there, you can see it is an oval hatch. The paint, rust has eaten through in many places. But what you can make out in letters, perhaps 30 millimeters high, stenciled in red against the remains of white paint. Sunlight has not reached down here, nor has much moisture. So you can see it says, I'm going to put this up on the screen. And I will stick this up there. And then there's this incomprehensible string of letters and numbers underneath that.
All right. Looks like I should open it.
Yeah. And there's like 4 levers that are all pointing out at roughly the same angle. 2 are at the top of the door, 2 are at the bottom of the door, and there's what looks like a wheel in the middle.
Right. I'd like to go ahead and examine that and see if it seems to be particularly rusted. I mean, does it look like it will move relatively freely, or does it look stuck?
I mean, it's rusted. You'd have to make an open doors check to force it. What are you guys doing up on the concrete? Are you just kind of watching down below?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna motion towards them. I don't know if they've seen me or not, but I'm gonna walk back quietly and carefully, of course, back to the area where the rope drops down, and then I'm gonna look up toward them and wave my hand forward. I think it's worth exploring.
Okay. Blue, October, Monday, either you guys going down there, or you just staying on the upper area?
If it looks safe, Blue will probably go down.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll join if there's a safe way to get down without too much issue.
Alrighty.
I'm willing to catch the cat.
Okay.
The cat probably weighs more than I do.
Man, that's just a pie. It's like a pan of lasagna. It's easy enough.
Panels. I see what you did there.
Oh my gosh. Catch the cat, not the girl.
Bring the cat, leave the broad. That's the line from Godfather, isn't it?
Believe so.
All right. Give me a D20 roll if you would, please. And don't you don't want to roll a 1 on this one, Dooms.
All right.
Oh,
It was close to a 1.
Blue October lands like dead on your face, and you stagger back and feel the railing like the small of your back.
That is karma.
You like all you see is that black stagnant water just waiting for you, just a couple of meters underneath where you're at.
God dang it!
He will jump off of probably his face, landing on his feet.
Man, you need a bath, let me tell you.
What? I take bath 3 times a day.
Yeah, man, but I know my ass stink. Yours worse.
Hey, it's genetic.
All right.
And Connect, are you climbing down the rope now?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay. I don't know why you went Phyllis Diller on us there. Anyway, okay. When you reach the end of the rope, you are still a couple of meters off of the gantry underneath. So you will have to either climb back up and not do this, or let go and drop.
No, can I reach my arms up long enough that maybe her feet could be on my hands?
Yeah.
Or,
Sure.
I mean, I'll give that a try, but I ain't catching it.
Can Blue October climb up onto probably shoulders, digging his claws in for
No.
support, and then stretch his body out and reach towards Monday?
I think Dooms is not. I mean, you can attempt it.
I will straight shoot you.
So I'll hang on to the end of the rope and then just say, okay, are you in position? And then I'll let go and trust between going straight down feet first and probably that I won't take too much damage, that I'll land safely.
You can yeah, absolutely.
I miss big guy.
Okay.
Me too.
Kanik, give me a D20 roll.
This is gonna break my back.
Oh well.
I don't think my butt landed in your face, at least.
No, you're able to once he kind of grabs you, jump down onto the platform. You land with a clang. It sort of shakes.
All right, but we're cool though. Just a shake and a squeaky noise.
Yep.
All right.
You seem to be.
See what I mean? I don't know how we can get out of here.
Well,
But there's a door over there.
All right.
Might take all us to open it,
Probably.
but it's there in the darkness. All right. We'll move over to the door and attempt to open it. I guess me and Monday, if you know.
Give me an open doors roll. That's a D6.
All right, I guess I'll do that.
Yep. It's too bad the cat doesn't have opposable thumbs to help.
Yeah, well, I have exactly. I have a 3. My physical strength is 15. I don't know if the assistance helps at all.
Yeah, give me an open doors roll, Monday. Are you really helping?
I'm trying.
That's a D6.
If they have trouble, Blue will try to help.
All right, roll it for Blue. What is Blue's physical strength, by the way? It'd be hilarious if it was like 18.
What's his weight strength?
14.
14. It's
So
only a little less than Doom, so roll it.
So if he runs and like slams the door with his shoulder, he's got inertia going.
You guys are banging on it and it's not budging.
All right, well, we need to come up with another plan.
Is there like a handle or something on this door?
There's a big wheel in the middle.
Let's try to spin the wheel.
Well, that's what we was doing. Let's try to tie something off to it and make some sort of pulley system.
Okay.
I was going to say, can Blue sort of like climb on the wheel and try to hang off of it so that his weight pulls it in the right direction?
While you guys are debating what to do on the wheel, there is a buzzing sound above you. It's echoing quite prodigiously in the silo. All your gazes are drawn up, and there's a couple of Arn sort of flitting around. They don't seem to be attacking you, but of course, you captured some of these for the merchant that you were, whose caravan you were guarding a week ago.
Right, they generally don't mess with us unless we mess with them, is our understanding.
They don't seem to be causing you guys trouble, unless you really want to gun one down. They do have large mandibles that can bite. They're sort of buzzing around some, but they're not.
Somebody keep an eye out on them. Let's figure out a way to get this open.
All right, sounds like a plan.
What do we got to work with?
You can try and open the door again if you want. It's like D&D. You can try as many times as you want.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if there's something cool that I'm carrying that didn't get destroyed. My FDM printer is probably not going to be much help. My box of painted minis probably isn't going to help anything. Yellow bolo key, no. Looks like we got to do it with strength. Unless you got a rope or something.
I'm gonna look around. Is there like a rod, a pole, a stick, something we might be able to jam it?
You are standing on like a 30 centimeter wide metal grating with a railing. It is about 90 degrees of the inside of this structure in the ground that you're standing in.
Yeah, and it's like vertigo inspiring to me. So I guess I'll go ahead and roll.
All right.
I suppose that's what we have to do. That's what we got to do. Keep pulling, keep pulling.
Kind of loose, and we can use it as a lever. But
well, sometimes these gears take a long time to loosen up. It's usually different types of metals that causes it. Just keep wrenching on it.
October, you can try it.
All right, he'll give it a go.
All right.
D6.
Yes, just like AD&D. Won't budge.
I'll try to.
All right, I shall go again. Man.
Yeah, you guys are wiggling that back and forth.
see if the third time's the charm.
Okay.
Oh, horrible rolls. I got it. I believe.
You finally, something breaks. You see there's crumbling brown rust come out of the shaft, and it moves like 90 degrees, and you can now push on the door and cause it to swing inward.
Man, that reminds me of my nice car.
You had to beat on it a little bit to get it to work.
What are you trying to say? Anyways, let's go forwards.
Hey, sometimes you have to get aggressive.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay, so you are looking down an unlit tunnel. It looks to be about 25 meters long. You have your snoopers on, I'm presuming, probably. You mentioned them earlier when you were looking around. You can see it splits at an angle at the end. Smells faintly mildewy in here. There is a bright red cylinder with a sort of a black substance curling off of the top of it that has many brightly colored images and labels on it inside of a metal box immediately inside the door.
All right, and that's the... so that's the closest. It's split off in a Y, though, right? So,
yes.
Yeah, so the closest is here. We could take that, or we could continue, right? What do you guys think? Hey, have a look at this door.
Let's check it out.
Let us go.
All right, so there's a thick layer of dust on everything in here. And as you're looking through your snoopers, probably, everything has kind of a faint, just a very faint halo to it. You're not feeling any effects of radiation or anything like that, but you know that once upon a time, there was that this must have been a lot more radioactive.
All right. We got Raz here. Seems nothing else, though.
I'm not feeling it, but I believe you.
All right. So again, you have the cylinder in the box. It's like the cylinder itself is maybe 200 millimeters in diameter and perhaps 2/3 of a meter long. It's got some kind of a Y-shaped handle that the black bendy part that follows the length of it is attached to.
Right. So, how far is that away?
That is immediately inside the door. That is on your immediate left.
Right. Right. So, all right. I'm gonna grab it and pull on it.
Pull on it in the sense to retrieve it from where it's at, or like pull on the handle.
Yeah, pull on the handle was my thought. I mean, at least as far as I can envision it.
It doesn't budge. You can clearly see there is some kind of instructions printed on the side of the cylinder. If you want to roll on the ancient technology matrix, you can. You'll get serious bonuses because there are pictograms that you think you can follow.
All right, sure, I'll do that.
All right.
Well,
however, it seems a little unclear. You kind of, all right, What do I? You can certainly try again.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right.
He's not particularly spectacular at this sort of thing.
All right. So that actually, with bonuses, let me get to the tables. Yeah, with bonuses, you realize, oh, okay, first thing you got to do is there's a safety pin. You got to pull that out. Give me another roll.
Alrighty. That's considerably better.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Now you know, basically, you kind of, you have to take it off the rack and sort of rock it back and forth, and you can feel something moving around inside it. That feels like maybe there's a liquid or something inside it.
Hey, you guys cool with this?
Sure. I mean, what else are we gonna do? We're exploring.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna keep on. Keep me covered. Alright, I'll try again.
Give me a roll.
Ooh.
And yeah, 1. So
I got my laser rifle out, and I'm watching the little fluffy things up top floating.
You basically understand that this is something that causes fires to go out. There's something inside. You don't know if it's water, a gas, some kind of ancient substance inside will make fires go out. You just have to point the cylinder at it, or you can set the cylinder down and unclip the bendy black flexible part and just point the end of that at a fire and make it go out.
Excellent. Is it particularly large, or is it like, what I might expect in the modern day?
It is a large fire extinguisher. It's about 200 millimeters in diameter, so that's like 8 inches.
Right. You said 2 feet or 2/3 of a meter.
Yeah. So
long.
So like 8 inches diameter and maybe almost 3 feet tall.
Yeah. So listen, this thing puts out flames. That's what I gather from these instructions here. You just squeeze here, point this here, whatnot. It's pretty damn heavy though. We can drag it behind us. Are there any more exits in this room?
Well, it's not so much a room as you're just at the far end of the hallway.
Right. So it was just a little alcove, basically.
Right. Now, interestingly enough, on the floor here, you see a pile of what looks like ancient rotted clothing.
What do you think? You guys want to have a look?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt. Maybe there's something in there.
I need a breather.
Blue will sort of like dive into the pile and like bat it around and see if there's anything in there.
Mildew, lots and lots of mildew and rot. But what you're able to determine is whatever this was, it was not like the nice woven cloth that, that the workers produce. No, this is a product of some ancient capitalist system. This is it's like an almost metallic plasticine. It's when you kind of move it around a little bit and knock some of the dust off, you can see it's like a reflective silveriness, and it looks like something that you would put on and completely enclose yourself in.
It's product of bourgeoisie overseers to seal themselves up from working men.
All right. Whatever that meant.
Alrighty. So and you're not sure if these are any good or not. Like I said, they look to be in very rough condition. It seems like some kind of primitive armor, but you're not sure what it might protect from.
So in all of Blue's exuberant exploration there, is there any that are exposed that like I could reach in, like pull one out without
It's just a
getting
pile on the
completely
floor.
covered?
It is
Okay.
just a pile on the floor.
Okay, so I'm going to reach in and grab one of the silvery parts and like pull it out at a distance and like shake it.
Okay, well, you're able to move like a meter away. This is a kind of a narrow hallway, and right behind you is the door that opens back out into the silo. So, picking this thing up off the floor and sort of shaking off the dust, it has some kind of a fastener on the back. You've seen these in ancient clothings. Indeed, some new clothing have had them meticulously attached. They're called a zipper, you think, that goes down the back. And you imagine you would practically step into it. And then someone would have to seal it up in the back.
Okay. So does the inside seem to be clear, or does this also have like the mildew and stuff on it?
It's just kind of dusty and grungy.
Okay.
On the face of it, there's a clear curved plate. There's also something that you recognize, like breathers. Like you saw these in probably Sane's power armor. You saw them in Rex's armor, and so on. There's like some kind of breathing filter that's attached to the front of it.
Okay. I'm gonna check out the breathing filter. Does it seem to be in possibly working order after all this time?
Let's see. Let us have a look. It is in poor condition.
All right. I'm going to look at another suit in the pile.
Okay, there are 4 of them total.
Okay.
That one is also in poor condition.
I'm going to pull out the third one.
That one is obviously broken.
Okay.
The seals have rotted away. Like you can see into the suit from where the mask
one I'll
is.
like completely and totally throw off into the corner. Right. And then the last one.
It's in fair condition.
Okay.
The seals still seem to be intact.
Okay. I'll look at Doom and say, we got 1 in good condition and 2 in poor condition.
Right.
We can put them on and see if they help here. Obviously, they were used for this area. Some kind of mission.
Yeah, but we only got 1. Give it to the weakest among us. Who you think that is?
Now, I will point out these won't fit Blue October.
Yeah.
You'd have to stuff him down in a leg.
Would he fit in the leg, really? I think we'd have to do the torso and like wrap the legs and arms up somehow.
Maybe.
I mean, if these suits are big enough, he could probably ride on somebody's back inside the suit.
I mean, they are floppy. They are big enough and bulky enough that they will actually fit over even your stiff primitive armor. They wouldn't have fit over like power armor or plastic plate or anything like that. Actually, they might have fit over the plastic plate, but definitely not over a power armor suit.
So probably, who do you think's the weakest here?
I asked you that question. Who do you think? Yeah. I mean, it ain't me. It's you or the cat, you know, and the thing ain't gonna fit the cat. So,
all right. So I'll take the fair condition one and.
All right. Well, this is a piece of technology, so give me a D10 roll.
Okay.
Don't make me mansplain this.
Yeah, you know, it's clothes, it's pants and a shirt. So you're able to get it on and get it up over your shoulders at least. Give me another D10 roll.
Oh my god.
If he has to mansplain this is going to be bad.
Yeah. Hood goes over, you adjust the straps for the mask, and give me one last D10 roll.
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay. You're able to adjust all the tabs for this, and you go to draw a breath. And when you do, your nose, mouth, and esophagus are filled with untold billions of particles of carbon fiber. It's not damaging you or anything. You're just coughing and struggling to breathe. This is not a functional mask anymore. It long ago crumbled to nothingness.
All right, so I'll take out the filter or whatever, so I'm breathing air at least.
Okay,
I'll keep
well,
the
you're
rest of the stuff
just
with
now
it.
breathing through two open holes. Like you can stick your fingers in if you want, or stick your tongue out, but it does not provide much in the way of protection.
Well, I'll take the filter out and I'll leave the rest of the suit on. Maybe it'll help. I don't know.
Okay. All right. So one or two confirmed bad suits, two marginal suits, a working fire put out device, and a hallway 25 meters long in front of you.
Right, and then right around the corner is the pool of stagnant water.
Right behind you, yeah.
Yeah. That suit wouldn't do nothing but probably dig you down there.
Yeah, it's not going to help.
Are there
any water?
Are there any rocks or?
No.
No, you know what? I will take part of one of the poor condition suits, and I'll chuck it into the pool.
The fool of a cat.
Throw yourself in next time.
Indeed.
All right. Yeah, it just kind of lands with a splash, slowly fills with water. Blip, 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 blip.
Okay. So no like acid dissolving sounds or sizzling or anything like that.
Nope.
Or tentacles coming out.
Well, I wasn't gonna do that, but now that you bring it up, it seems like a pretty good idea.
It seems like a good idea to me too, honestly.
All right. So no tentacles come out, no water in the water.
Blue just shrugs his
we'll
shoulders.
proceed.
Okay. You walk down the hall. It is very dim in here. You're the only one with snoopers, so by the time you guys are like 2/3 of the way down the hall, it's almost too dark for your friends to see unless they have some mutation for their eyes, but I don't think you do.
Yeah, can I be close enough to them that they can see me?
Yeah.
Well, the cat might be able to see a little bit better.
Well, you could light something up or whatever. I don't know what the cat does. It lands on you real hard and all that kind of crap. But if it can see, go for it.
Not my fault you can't catch.
Yeah, not my fault you ate too much stuff. Who even finds that much stuff in the wasteland? Let me ask you that.
I mean, I have to keep in good shape for our journeys.
Yeah, you're in good shape, all right.
I
Okay.
don't know what he eats, but I'm kind of scared to ask.
All right. So you are at the divide in the hallway. Tunnel goes to your left. You can see it goes about 10 meters down. And there is another door identical to the one that you saw out there. On the right-hand side, that tunnel goes into the darkness.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Now, I was going to say, it goes a very long distance into the darkness.
Right. So the one with the wheel on it, if we call it that, does that look similarly rusted to the one we dealt with?
It's in better shape than the one that was out there.
What do you guys want to do? You want to open this up? We can go that way too.
I mean,
It's
you're the one
dark.
that can see. You're the one that can see
Yeah,
it.
but I can't see all the way down there. I'll tell you that. I can see this door.
I hear many ancient structure have way to make light. Do you see way to make light? Somewhere in hallway?
Man, what?
Yes, exactly.
Is there? I'm gonna like feel along the wall. Is there anything at all? Any textures? Anything?
Nope.
Yeah, we need to try to open this one up.
Yeah, maybe if you get it open, it'll light up.
Alright, man, I'll just give it a shot on my own. Keep an eye out on me, alright?
I'll give him a thumbs up, but I can't see anything, so it's okay.
Negative.
When you come up to the door, Dooms, when probably Sane comes up to the door, you see this stenciled on it, same red paint on white. LCC Kilo, authorized personnel only, entry not permitted, lethal force authorized to prevent entry.
Alright. It didn't zap me or anything, right?
No, it did not zap you. That is just what is stenciled on the door.
And I can kind of interpret that.
I mean, it's in the language of the ancients. You don't know specifically what lethal force is. You've used enough.
Right. So I kind of know that it means, hey, this is bad news, at least from the time prior to the time we're living in.
Yes.
This could be dangerous beyond. Give me some time to open this door. Keep me covered. I suppose I'll continue to try. 3.
All right. 3.
That's no good. I mean,
right.
unless, yeah. Hey.
Okay. Yeah.
1.
Give it a couple whacks, and the door swings open. You are not immediately killed. However,
Thank you.
Someone was. You are in a cube that is about 2 meters on a side. There is a door immediately on the other side of the cube facing you that is identical to the one you just came in. On your right, there is a single sliding door that is open. Dimly inside it, you can see a space about the size of where you're at, where you can see exposed machinery and walls. On the floor in this room, there are 3 skeletons, and they all have similar sort of greenish colored uniforms on, and they have just the remains of some kind of military looking equipment on them, including weapons.
All right, so it seems like I blasted through the door. I opened it up, made it into the right, and the other guys are behind me.
It's a small enough space that everything I told you didn't have to enter the room to see. You can see it.
Right, so I'm kind of in the doorway.
Yeah, so you're kind of in the doorway, and there's these 3 persons on the floor.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and back out, real stealthy like. Hey, listen, we got stuff put in front of us. What do you want to do about it? Hey,
Well,
take a look.
Let's keep going.
I mean, that's what we're
Well,
here
take
for.
a look. There's weapons. This ain't your normal area, man.
Blue will
Well.
search the bodies.
I mean, we'll look alive, but and be cautious, but I mean, this is what we're here for, isn't it?
Yeah, man, don't talk to me about that.
Okay, Blue, they each have 3 things of note. They have some kind of clear, rigid material clipped to their the breast pockets of their single piece cloth uniforms, which are all kind of a dark green color. They have strings of letters and numbers, presumably their names, some strange markings you don't recognize, and a small photograph. Also, each of them on their belts has small pouches and a holster for sidearms, which they all have.
In the pouches, is it extra clips?
Yes, it is extra magazines.
Yeah, we have more ammunition for a slug thrower. I assume it's slug throwers.
That's a slug thrower, or is that a laser battery?
They are slug throwers.
Yeah, right on. Is that the weapon?
Welcome.
Is that the weapon that I saw that they had?
Yes.
I mean, so that's the totality of the weapon.
Yes.
How many magazines?
There are 2 extra magazines.
Per person for a total of 6?
Yes.
So Blue will take 2 and then offer the rest for everyone else.
So it sounds like 2 each. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Gladly.
The still holstered slug thrower, one of them didn't have his out. 2 of them did. And given the condition that their skulls are in, they either ended their own lives or each other's. The third is much more intact. But of those 2, one is obviously broken. Whether moisture seeped in here at some point or what, it is completely rusted together. The other is likewise rusty. The one that is still in the holstered pouch is in good condition. So there's one that is in poor condition and one that is in good condition, and a couple of magazines each.
So
And I'm still equipped.
one.
Yeah, take what you want.
We'll take the good condition one and take the extra ammo and leave the poor conditions.
Okay.
Blue will take that one that's in poor condition.
Okay. I mean, because there's still a chance that it might work. You won't know until you try it, but now on the door that is identical to the one that you guys came in, there is not a wheel. There are not the levers. There is, to the left of it, a keypad and a slot above it.
Any particular color between the keypad and the slot? I mean, are they both like, are they backlit like yellow or green or something?
They're not backlit. You're not sure if they're supposed to be backlit.
Right.
It's just kind of a dull metallic.
And that keypad, is that numbers, letters, or combination?
It's strange because there's a number above each one, but then there's also 3 letters above each one.
Yeah, man, I can't suss this one out. Maybe one of you can.
So I'm gonna go back and look at those badges
Mm-hmm.
that are on each of them, and I'll take them and I'll compare to see if they might fit in that slot?
No, they're too wide from any
Right.
angle.
I'll still keep the badges. We didn't find any cards or anything like that on 'em.
No.
Yeah, it is what it is. Where else do we have to go? Apologies.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Go ahead, Blue.
Perhaps we try other hallway first.
Right.
Maybe his way to get in this room.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, so you are heading back down to the intersection and then going down the long hallway, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so this hallway, it feels like it has to go at least a couple 100 meters. It is not a short walk. At about the midpoint, there is a niche that is set back. There's a basin in the niche that looks to be about 1 meter off the floor. It has a now corroded and tarnished pipe that comes up out of it and curves and points back down in the niche. And there is a silvery knob attached to that. Next to that, there is a large, complicated looking ancient machine. Its front is transparent. You can see a series of 8 shelves inside. There is a keypad. Next to the keypad is a slot that looks like it might be big enough for a Domar to fit in. And there is an opening at the bottom of it. Give me a D20 roll if you would, please, probably. Actually, Monday, you can too.
Okay. If there's stuff behind the glass, I'll be looking at it.
Okay, so probably Sane, you recognize that on one of the shelves is held in some kind of a mechanism, Magneural Chorts. If the color is anything to go by, it's cherry.
When I see that, I'm taking the vibroblade out and I'm cutting the glass. I'm getting in this thing.
Oh, weren't you inserting a coin first? Please don't bring me on these things on me before it's necessary.
I'm not inserting a coin. I'm cutting the glass. I'm getting in.
But if you're wrong, you'll have to answer to the Coca-Cola company.
Oh, my.
Okay, yeah. Whatever substance this is, you just slight pressure, it just cuts like butter. There is a sort of a putrid smell that comes out when you do that. Let's see. This is an artifact. We'll roll for it. Yeah. None of this stuff looks particularly appetizing, but some of it might still be edible.
I'll grab the things that are probably edible.
Okay.
And we'll experiment with them later.
All right.
I'm looting the vending machine.
You're trying all that crap first, too.
All right.
That's fine. I'm sure I have a willing participant with this. I mean, I look at Blue.
Yeah, you can feed it to the cat.
His eyes look 4 times their normal size, and he's just staring directly at those bars.
Okay, so you've got that, and the hallway continues maybe another 100 meters.
It goes on for a distance. Let's keep going. Does it seem like it slopes?
One of these things.
I mean, does it feel like it's kind of leveled out, or does it feel like it kind of slopes?
No.
Insofar as I would know.
You don't really feel like it's gone up or down.
Right. No temperature change.
No.
Right. I don't know, man. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Alright, I'll lead the way.
My apologies to the chat. That's let me type that properly. It's my good old shorts. I don't know. I have tried 6 ways to Sunday to try and figure out what Jim was saying there.
I'm wondering what flavor these are.
I am hoping for tuna.
All right. So, yeah, you walk down to the end of the hall. There is a door similar to the ones that you faced. It is slightly ajar.
That's at the end, or that's off to either side?
It's all the way at the end.
All right. Yeah, we'll go ahead and move up toward there. And, I mean, assuming they're right behind me and stuff and they don't object, I'll go ahead and push it open.
All right. The door swings open. Just a faint grinding sound. It's these doors, once you've gotten them undogged, open fairly easily. Even ancient lubricants don't really cause them to stick that much once you open them. So yeah, pushing this, you can hear just kind of a faint grinding of dust, but otherwise it swings open. There is a giant letter B in green paint, very neatly done. It's not very faded at all. There is a set of doors to the left of a flight of stairs that go up.
Is it a straight flight of stairs or like circular?
It goes up and then there's a landing and it turns and it goes up. You can see
right.
Your head like the next flight. So, it's in half flights.
Right. What do y'all want to do? Seems we got 3 ways to go. I'll do any one.
Well, should we finish checking out this level before we go up?
That's my thought.
I do want to point out that's everything so far. The only place you haven't been is through the door on the other side at whatever LCC Kilo is. So.
Oh, and we don't know how to get in there, so.
Yeah, sorry. I thought she meant this level with the 2 exits before going up the stairway.
Okay.
So this level has 2 exits, correct?
It has the way you came in.
Right.
It has the previously mentioned launch control capsule, and it has where you guys are. That's it.
Oh, okay, that's it. So we can only go up.
You can only go up.
Okay. Do it.
Let's go.
Yep.
Okay. You go up 2 full rotations of the stairs. There, once again, on your left is a set of closed sliding doors, and there is a normal-looking metal door in front of you.
That's after an examination. I mean, it still looks like a regular, normal door.
Just looks like a regular, normal door.
Right, something that I could push into and open inward or something.
Yeah, you can give me an open door roll if you want.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's easy. You throw your shape into it. There's a loud clunk when you contact the bar that runs across the door horizontally at about waist level. This one is not easy to open. You're definitely pushing against something, and it stops about a third of the way. Like if you want out, you're going to have to go sideways. But you can now see daylight streaming in. There is like a collapsed roof ahead of you, but you can also see other objects in the distance.
All right. I suppose I'll continue to push my way into there.
Okay. So is Blue October on Monday following him out?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So this is a large area that you think must have been used to store vehicles of the ancient, because there are many here lying under slabs of metal and stone of the ancients because they're all crushed. However, sitting in one section of this large chamber, there is something that kind of resembles a bubble car. It is smaller. It's got that same sort of angular dome covering the front of it. It doesn't have the expansive space behind it for a great many people, but it looks to be in fair condition. And there's something lying next to it.
Hey, this look like that.
Look at it.
This look like that car your friends blew up in.
Yeah, it does.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, what's that other thing over there, though?
What you see lying next to it actually is a skeleton, similarly clad, and it is holding a Mark 7 blaster rifle that is in poor condition.
Oh, we'll take the blaster anyway.
Okay.
Let's check out the ride.
No doubt.
Okay, so let's see. All right. This is, is that, looking at it, it has these, not that your character would really know, but they're gull wing doors. Basically, the doors pivot forward. The handles, you recognize the handles from other vehicles you've had. You know, you just put your hand in and rotate 45 degrees and then either pull up or they swing up automatically.
Okay, let's open it up. See what we got.
Okay, so you've got a fairly complex looking instrument panel, a large console in between, a small seating area behind the two main front seats. The whole thing kind of reminds you of a pontoon boat, except it is incredibly technically complex. Someone described it as looking like a spinner from Blade Runner. That's kind of what it is.
Probably.
Yeah, what's
You're
up?
gonna have to drive this because we remember what happened with the tank.
Yeah, man, I'll try it. I can't. I ain't in control of decisions that make my driving of it nullified. You know what I mean?
I mean, this is gonna be walking. We've been here before.
Yeah, I'm tired of walking. You got that straight, sis.
Why did that roll? I do love our die roller sometimes.
So obviously there's room in the back for Blue October.
Yeah, plenty of room
I
for
can
Blue
just
October
shotgun
back there.
and looks like probably is going to be driving.
Blue would like to intently watch probably as he tries to get this working, so he can maybe minimize rolls later if he needs to drive it.
Man, stop looking at me, cat. Come on, man. Every time you look at me, it makes me a little bit more nervous. You know what I'm saying?
Blue just continues to stare unblinkingly at what probably
The
does.
cat staring at you weirds you out. Okay, so
I'll watch too.
give me a. Let's start with D10 rolls. Roll D10 probably.
No pressure.
I don't never feel no pressure.
I'm gonna have to look at the dang dice tray. All right.
I can call him out.
Yeah, there's like primary ignition. You know what that is from the bubble car. Roll again.
That would be another 5.
Okay. Secondary turbines. Roll again.
Another 5.
There's some switchology you can't quite figure out. If you want to give it another shot, you may.
Certainly. 7.
Same thing. You're kind of like, do you do it in combinations? You're not sure. Go ahead and roll it.
7.
You are puzzling through this.
I'll continue to try until somebody gets irritated and decides to take over.
Roll again. We have all these. Okay, yeah. You're like, right. Disengage lockout. You flip
I
a couple
really
of
missed
switches.
Joe.
You think you got it?
I miss Joe.
Hey, listen, I think I got it, though. I think I got it, though.
You're a little puzzled by this, but if you want to roll again, you can.
I certainly would.
Okay. You're not 100% sure, but you think you're onto something now. You try some different levers and switches. There you go. You see some green lights start to click on. Roll again. Yeah. Just wipe those and reroll. Should not have been 2.
Hey, 2. Thank you.
Hey, 2. Okay. You've got one screen that kind of dominates your right hand side. There it's red and white letters, and it says Environmental Center Purge. And there's kind of a low rumble coming out of this thing, but you're not really sure what to do next. So give me one more roll.
Ooh.
Okay.
7.
The sort of the rumbling sound sort of becomes a high pitched sound, and there's dust kicking up around underneath the car. Roll again. It's not doing anything too different.
It hasn't killed me yet.
Hasn't killed you yet. Hasn't inflicted any damage yet. Nothing
6.
changes.
All right. Well, let's just go ahead and do this.
All right.
Sorry, guys, if you die. 7.
Hey.
Okay, so it settles
least
down.
it was
to
interesting.
Let's see.
Apologies. It was a 7, then a 3.
A 7, then a 3. the rumbling settles down. It's just down to a hum, and you're back to where all the screens are blanked out, but there's a few green lights on. You feel like maybe you took a couple of steps back.
Man. All right. I guess I'll go ahead.
Yep. For those of you who might be wondering, like, well, why doesn't he just say that they do it rather than sitting here making him roll the dice over and over again? Nothing happens. There are things on these flowcharts that can lead to the party being injured or the item being broken. So
I could die, in other words.
all right.
Well,
2.
you could explode all of us to be fine.
Right.
Hey, you're back to the high-pitched rumble and air moving in eddies and currents out from under it.
Nice.
You can't seem to quite get like the controls unlocked. You're not sure what to do.
Channel Doe, come on. Doe did this stuff. Easy peasy.
Okay, the pitch of the fans changes. Again, it goes to kind of the high-pitched noise. Roll one more time, please. 6. Okay. It drops in pitch again.
I mean, I suppose I'll keep trying.
I think Blue October will continue to stare, probably, but he'll slowly reach a paw over and with a claw try to press a button.
Of course you would. Man.
All right. Roll. What is Blue October's intelligence?
10.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh my God,
you're not
we
going to
are
help.
Screwed. If I see Blue October doing that, I am batting the paw out of the way.
Give me
My
a roll,
intelligence
dudes.
is 17. I'm batting that paw out. It's not helping.
3.
It's not changing.
Oh man. Come on. 7.
All right. It's dropped down in pitch, and you're back to just status lights.
All right. Well, I'm better.
Yeah.
6.
You're not picking it back up.
6.
10 come up. Nothing new.
3.
Hey, you've got it back to the menus where you can pre-start the engine.
So what successfully worked
You're
prior
basic-
at this point?
you're
Let's
basically
try
on
to do
square
that
B.
again.
You're on
Yeah. I'm working on it. Woman, quiet.
Well, you got the kid in the back seat trying to help you. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, the backseat driver. Thank you. I'm just playing. 1.
Hey, a 1. All right. That takes you back. You've got that dull rumble going again.
So what do you think, sis? What's going on?
Well.
You want me to turn it right or left, up or down? There's 8 positions on this thing.
Well, what worked the first time? Because you got some progress there up to that rumble thing, and then it went bad. So do it again.
All right. So to the 2 o'clock position.
All right, let's get it done.
Wrong die.
Wrong die. Yeah, that was
I was
the
gonna
worst.
say, that's different.
6.
All right, you've got it to the next stage.
All right, one more shot, huh?
One more
Do the
shot.
opposite of what you did last time.
You mean the opposite? Man, I ain't even trying to
Went
talk
bad.
about this.
Go good, not bad.
All right, cool. I think I know what you mean.
Oh my god, what was that?
I'm taking a 1 at this point.
Either.
There's some dice there. I got confused.
Yeah. Apologies.
That's okay. You now have an operational flit car.
Yes.
Yes.
So you have a vehicle again.
Oh my god,
let's
we don't
see.
have to walk everywhere.
I just
I'm
want to
so
point something
excited.
out. It is not a combat vehicle.
Yeah, we gathered that, you know. It kind of looks like a convertible in a way.
All right. This combination air/ground vehicle utilizes anti-grav circuits and an atomic energy cell. In hover mode above the ground, it can travel up to 200 kilometers per hour. In flight mode, it can travel 400 kilometers per hour with a service ceiling of 16 kilometers. The battery will power it for 200 hours on the ground or 100 hours of flight. And it uses an atomic energy cell. So given, let's see, 200 kilometers an hour, if you travel on the ground, 200 kilometers an hour, it's got an atomic energy cell. So yeah, you guys do the math and figure out how far you can go. So you now have transportation again.
You guys do the math.
All right, everyone. So that is where we will leave off. You guys have recovered once again a great piece of ancient technology that will allow you to move around at least a little bit. Well, Michael, we'll have to see. We'll explore that next week, how they're going to get their new toy out of the ruins. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it off there. I'd like to thank my players who made it tonight. Probably saying Blue October and Monday. That's Doomsword, Yang Yan Zhao, and Connect. Please, please, if you haven't already, subscribe to Yang Yan Zhao's channel right here on YouTube. He has great interviews and reviews of comics and media and all sorts of fun stuff. And sometimes he hangs out with me in Dungeon Minister, and you can check out our channels too if you'd like. But thank you very much to all three of my guests this evening and our audience. I especially want to thank Bashaker for the super and Doc Flamingo for your supers. You guys are super, and I really appreciate it. So yeah, thank you all for being here.
Night,
and
peeps.
I am going to see you all next week. Be good to each other. And one last note for our patrons. I do want to mention this for patrons. For membership subscribers, modules drop tomorrow. Modules, plural, drop tomorrow. Thank you for your patience, everyone. And we'll see you next time on the show. Beware for the mutated owl bears. Peace.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere, in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around, some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle way off course? Naked as a toad, all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in this little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing things, just take me to the show.